Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best budget gaming laptop under $800.
Starting at number 5.
Dell G167000. If you're able to stretch your budget, the Dell G16 is a fantastic laptop for work or play. It crushed the competition in the processor department. That means it has plenty of power for everyday tasks like office productivity, video chatting, checking email, and more. This laptop also turned in 131 FPS while running the Rise of the Tomb Raider benchmark. For hardware, it features an Intel Core i7-12700H CPU, an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 GPU, 16 GB of RAM, and 512 GB of PCIe NVMe SSD storage. The G16 isn't the most attractive laptop we've ever reviewed, but it gets the basics right, and that's what really matters. If you're on the hunt for a laptop that you can work and play on, there's no better option than the G16.
Coming at number 4.
MSI Thin GF63. If you're looking to pick up an affordable laptop that can easily handle 1080p gaming, the MSI Thin GF63 is your best bet. For a gaming laptop, it's actually quite lightweight and portable at just over 4 pounds, which is good news if you like to game on the go. As for the internal components, it's a good amount of power for a budget gaming machine. Let's get into it. The MSI Thin GF63 is rocking an Intel Core i7-12650H CPU, an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4050 GPU, 8 GB of RAM, and 512 GB of SSD storage. Given the hardware, you should be able to run most games on the medium or high graphics preset. For more intensive titles where speed is everything, we'd recommend scaling things back a bit. The 15.6-inch display has a resolution of 1920 by 1080 and a refresh rate of 144 Hz. Although it manages just 300 nits of brightness, which is common for a budget gaming laptop, gameplay should be relatively smooth thanks to the high refresh rate. It's not the most vibrant or color-accurate screen we've ever seen, but it's passable, especially for under $1,000. If you can live with some of the compromises, then the MSI Thin GF63 is a great budget option for most people.
At number 3.
MSI GF7517. The MSI GF75 17.3-inch version is a fairly rare sight at under $800 in that it has a larger screen than you'd commonly get for this price on a laptop with the hardware to play games. It would be nice if the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 was the more powerful T version, but the Intel Core i5-10300H CPU at least offers powerful single-core performance. Ultimately, what you are paying for is the 17-inch, 120 Hz display, and for gaming purposes, it's a solid screen. The hardware should be able to handle demanding games on the lower settings, and on less demanding games you will be able to reach the 120 FPS cap. The color space on the display is somewhat narrow, rendering it unsuitable for any color-focused workstation uses, however it's perfectly adequate for games. Perhaps the biggest annoyance is the fact that the 8 GB RAM, below what we generally advise using, cannot be upgraded without breaking the warranty, so you will have to calculate the risk of this trade-off. Fortunately, the 512 GB SSD the machine comes with means upgrading the SSD is not such a big priority.
Number 2 of my list.
Asus TUF Gaming A15. The Asus TUF Gaming A15 comes in a variety of SKUs, i.e. specific configurations, at the budget level, and this version comes with a Ryzen 5 4600H processor and an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 graphics card. The Ryzen processor is the best available on this budget, though it should be noted that the GTX 1650T is superior to the vanilla GTX 1650 this machine comes with, which means this laptop cannot claim to have the best gaming performance in terms of FPS at this price point. However, the 144 Hz display is a feature that is hard to come by for a $800 machine. Whilst you will not be able to play the latest, most demanding games at speeds that touch 144 FPS, older games such as CS, Go, or COD will certainly be able to reach these levels if you don't mind playing on medium-low settings. This means for gamers interested in playing competitively on these fast-paced titles for whom effective frames are paramount, the Asus TUF Gaming A15 is a very attractive contender. On top of this, the 512GB SSD and very long battery life, expect around 8 hours doing taxing non-gaming tasks, also put it ahead of some of the other offerings on this page, assuming you don't mind the somewhat chunky build of the laptop.
And number 1.
Lenovo Legion 5. If the two top picks don't tickle your fancy, then the Lenovo Legion 5 is a great alternative pick from a brand which regularly features in our best gaming laptop guides. The graphics card this laptop comes with is the GeForce RTX 3050 Ti, again, not one of the best performing graphics cards we've ever seen, though usually the best you're likely to see in any machine on this budget. This Lenovo Legion 5 comes with an AMD Ryzen 5 5600H CPU, a solid performer. It also means good battery life again, extending to around 7 hours of non-gaming use, with all battery saving settings enabled. The build quality is however a bit better than our top two picks. The machine feels sturdier with less of a plasticky feel and screen wobble. The keyboard is also of a respectable quality.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.